Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a few precautions that you need to take if you're new to Mexico or if you're already here in Mexico. When I'm saying these precautions, I don't mean to say that there is crime everywhere here in Mexico. Mexico definitely has a crime rate just like any other country. I'm not saying that it's super safe here. No, just like any other country, there is certain amount of crime even in this country. So if you follow these precautions, this is going to be one of the safest country in the world. In most of my videos, I have always been telling my subscribers that Mexico is a safe country. But I do see some comments by some subscribers asking me if there are drug cartels everywhere, if Mexico is dangerous, and many such questions. Well, there are drug cartels in few parts of Mexico, especially during, especially the border cities or border states. But it's not like there are drug cartels in all the states of Mexico. For example, Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, Querétaro, and many other states are very safe. It's not that you see drug cartels everywhere. It's not like how it is being portrayed in the news channel. The reasons I'm giving you these precautions is so that you would be extra careful and you will not face any such problems in Mexico. Alright, so without wasting any time, let's get into this. The first and foremost one that I would like to mention is the things that were told to us when we initially moved to Mexico. Many of our Mexican friends initially told us that since my kids were very small, they were just 4 and 6 years old, they always told us to be careful with the girls or with the kids, never to leave their hands when you're walking on the street, especially in Mexico City because it was, super busy city. The population is high, the streets are very busy, there are people everywhere. So they always told us that to hold your kids' hands and walk, never to leave them even for a moment, or never to leave the guard. Always keep an eye on them wherever they are, and to be little careful with small kids. So we had always been very careful about that, and I would like to mention that to all my subscribers who are here in Mexico or who are planning to move to Mexico, to be little careful about this. Always keep an eye on your small kids wherever they are. Always hold their hand and walk around. The next one I would like to mention is never flash your gadgets, your iPhones, your laptops, your cameras, especially when you're in public places. I know many of us are very curious to take out our phones and to record the new things that we see here in Mexico and to send it to our family or to post it in our social media, whatever reasons. Just be careful when you're doing this, especially if you're in Centro or if you're in, a local market. There you need to be a little careful while you're using your cameras. Don't just leave it hanging around. Just keep an eye when you're holding it, or even with your phones, don't just leave them in your back pocket. Make sure that you keep it in the front pocket so nobody pickpockets it, or keep it in your shirt, or just be a little careful with your gadgets. The next thing I would like to mention is when you are traveling in public transport like buses or in the metros, be a little careful with your bags. If possible, keep your bag in the front, hold it like this. Don't leave it hanging behind because it's easy for anybody to just take your things. So I think this is normal in any other country. You need to be a little careful when you're in such places. So even here in Mexico, you need to be a little cautious about that. And another thing that you need to remember with your gadgets is never leave them in your car when you're parking it somewhere. Sometimes it might be just for 5 minutes that you need to park your car and go to a store, or you just need to go somewhere. So even if it's in front of your house, or even if it's nearby, even if it's for 5 minutes, don't leave your gadgets, laptops, or cell phones in your car and go out. Always take them with you. I know sometimes we are lazy to carry our laptops everywhere we go, but it's better you take your laptops with you if you're going somewhere and if you're parking your car, because there has been cases where the laptops have been stolen from the car. So it's better to be careful. The next thing that you need to remember and be a little careful is never drive at night here in Mexico. When I say don't drive at night, I don't mean driving within the city. Of course, you can go around at night. I mean when you're traveling for long drives. I've already mentioned this in one of my long drive video, but I would like to mention that here. Be a little careful when you go on long drives. Don't drive at night in order to save time, because we feel that if we drive at night then we can spend the whole morning in that place, but it's better if you drive in the mornings and avoid driving at night. Next thing I would like you to remember is don't take taxis randomly on the streets. Well, it's not that it's very dangerous, but it's better to be careful, because there has been cases where people have taken taxis, especially in Mexico City. You can just show your hand, the taxi stops, you take the taxi and go there, and there are cases that they can rob you. So it's better, especially if you're new, you don't know the places or the streets that they're going to take. So it's better that you don't take taxis randomly from the street. Go to the Uber site or book a taxi through Uber, or go to the taxi stand and take a proper taxi from there. It would be a little expensive than these taxis on the street, but it's better to do that than taking a taxi randomly on the street. Also, especially in Cancun and other tourist places, you would see a lot of taxis, yellow taxis going here and there, yellow or whatever color taxis here and there. I would suggest, if you're a foreigner, don't just take a taxi randomly like that. Go to a taxi stand and book a taxi, or take a taxi through Uber. The next thing that I would like to mention is, especially for my Indian viewers, because we are all fond of these gold ornaments, women wearing Mangal Sutra, men wearing gold chain. So please be careful with them when you go to public places, because we Indians, because of our skin tone or with the outfit that we wear, we become an easy target for these chain snatchers or these robbers. So it's better to be careful. In case you are wearing a gold chain, either remove it before going to such public places like Centro or markets. Just pin it to your dress and make sure that it is not seen outside. And the next thing is, after taking all these precautions, in case somebody snatches your chain or pickpockets your wallet or your cell phones, just leave it, let them go. Don't run behind that person, or don't try to be a hero or heroine going behind them and getting the things. It's better to just lose a materialistic thing than your life. So I would suggest that in case such unfortunate situation happens somewhere, don't try to be a hero, don't go after them, let them go. Just go and file a police report. The next thing you need to remember, if you are in a tourist place like Cancun or Los Cabos, any such places, just be aware of some scammers that, there are chances that they might tell you that you would get a free ticket if you come here, or if you will get a free breakfast if you come to this place. And there might also be people who might help you to convert dollars to Mexican pesos at a very, very profitable price. But don't fall into such scams. Be careful and always keep your eyes open for such things. And the last and the most important thing, when you come to Mexico, we all want to explore new places. So before going to any new places, always investigate about that place. Try to find out the safe place that you can travel, because there are few places which are not recommended if you are a foreigner or if you are not aware of these places. So please investigate before traveling or before exploring to any new place. Try to find out with local Mexicans, or try to find out with Indians who have been living here for a long time, and then make your plans. So these are a few things that you need to be a little careful when you're new to Mexico, or if you're already here in Mexico. And we've been living in this country for the last 10 years. To be frank, touch wood, we haven't faced any such situations. Maybe because we have been following all these precautions. We have always been careful when we go out in public places. Even when we go to local market or centro, we try to dress very, casually, and we don't take out our phones or laptops. We are always careful when we go out, when we park our car and we go to a store. We always take our phones, laptops with us. So these small things definitely help you to live a happy life here in Mexico. So when I say these things, I'm sure a few of you must be thinking, oh my god, then Mexico must be dangerous. No, I think most of the countries have these problems. Even India has such issues. So let's not say that Mexico is very dangerous. It is a safe country. Most cities are very safe. In case you guys come up with any other things, with your experience, do comment that below, and it would be useful to the other subscribers. So I hope this video was useful to you. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.